We've got a tip for you tonight. Pay attention to Steve Hartman.
When I was a kid, I used to caddy, and there was this one woman golfer we called the Fruit Lady, because after lugging her bag 5 hours in sweltering heat, she'd tip you 1 apple. Compliment her swing and you might get an orange. I vowed back then, this was me, to be a much more generous tipper when I grew up. That and never let my mom pick out my living room drapes. Anyway, what I'm building to here is that I sympathize with people who depend on tips to make a decent living. And I really hate that it's gotten to this point. But I'm tipped out, tapped out, and put out by the sheer volume of people who expect a tip nowadays.
I blame Starbucks, birthplace of the modern tip jar, an ingenious dollar-sucking device that works so well. Today, virtually every latte in America comes with a side of guilt.
And now these jars are popping up at hot dog stands and on sushi bars, at dry cleaners and video stores. Some oil change guys now expect to be greased. And yes, even at kids' lemonade stands. All this in addition to the people we're already tipping for no apparent reason.
Most of us really could do this ourselves. In fact, I think most of us would almost rather. But he's got you in this awkward moment, not to mention the towel monopoly.
This is a racket.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Of course, there are still a few businesses left where tips are not expected. But even some of those may be turning shortly.
Sure I can give you some?
Yeah, why not?
Here you go.
It's amazing how many people took a tip when offered.
Thank you.
Here's a little something for you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
She's a toll taker.
You get many tips?
Quite a few.
You do?
On the holiday, yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You'd think they'd have rules against that.
What do you do here?
The last straw was this guy, who I found just standing outside a restaurant. I'm not sure what his job was. He did absolutely nothing for me.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
But he took the dollar just the same.
You look good.
Finally, if you didn't like this gentle jab at tipping, I would encourage you to drop me a note. And if you did like it, bills are best.